You see this? This is why this is my favorite Lego line, the Creator line 3-in-1. You see this? This is why this is my favorite Lego line. The Creator line 3-in-1 is absolutely phenomenal because you can make either a lion, a gazelle, or a giraffe. Hi, it's Mac from Mac Blair Bricks, and I want to talk to you about Lego set 31150 9+. The kids can build this one, guys, because this is a phenomenal Lego set. I love the 3-in-1s. It's one of my favorite Lego lines now because you can build so many different options. You can see this box unopened. We bought this one twice because we wanted to do the giraffe and the gazelle. The gazelle. Giselle is I think she's like a singer or something. Anyways, distracted. All right, we wanted to build this Lego giraffe, which is really cool. Look at that articulation on the head. It comes also with this nice savanna tree and a flamingo. Now, I've been to Africa, and I've been to South Africa, where you can find these roaming around in nature, and you see these trees there, and you also see the flamingos. You don't typically see the flamingos and the giraffes in the same location, but in the overall region, you see them. So it's not unusual to have them there. This is a beautifully well articulated giraffe. I love the fact that those legs move. You can have some articulation. It goes down, it goes up. The head, you can get him a sip of water, or her. I want to be gender neutral with this giraffe. This giraffe could get a sip of water. They could get a sip of water. Look at that. Head up, head down, legs articulating, moving around really wonderfully. But this isn't Lego's first giraffe. Look at this little guy. This is another Lego giraffe that we picked up a while ago. And I don't even know if it was a set, if it was a giveaway, or where we got this from. But you have, again, the head articulation. You have that nice long neck. You have the little legs. But they kind of work together. And it's just kind of like, this is a Lego giraffe, but now it's almost like Lego from Temu, and then this is the new one, because if you can see, they really stepped it up, mostly in the spots and the colorations on the giraffe. This is a little more blocky. You know, you don't get these spots and coloration. The colors, you know, they use these round pieces, these round tiles, and that's what really kind of helps build and set the tone for what this giraffe can do and what this giraffe looks like. But this one looks like the baby to the larger one now. So you could call them a set, although they don't come as a set, but that's kind of what it looks like. I've seen a baby giraffe with the mama giraffe before. They look something like that. The flamingo is really a nice extra little additional touch. Either way, if you build the lion or whatever, whichever one you build, the flamingo doesn't change. It's still a nice little pink flamingo. A little bit of articulation with the tail. You can see the tail goes up and down. The head can move side to side a little bit, but you won't want to move that too much. You can just kind of move the neck side to side if you want to. You can tilt it this way, that way. The legs aren't really articulate. You can see it's standing on the blue tile, so it looks as though it's standing in water. And then this is really masterful because this is a tree that is very reminiscent of the trees that you see out in the African savanna, so it matches the environment entirely. However, if you think about scale, if you were to have a giraffe that was so large as to where it towered over the trees, and I've actually seen giraffes kind of, the heads over the trees, they look more like this. Like you can see them, their heads are kind of amongst the trees as they're walking. You know, the giraffe is walking, not the trees moving, but the giraffe is walking. And you can kind of see the heads of some of them above some of the trees. But to have a giraffe that is this much taller than the trees, that'd be a scary giraffe because that would be a massively large giraffe. So as far as scale is concerned, if this tree would have to be much larger. When I have this giraffe set on a Lego table, I have it set beside the tree house that we have, which is a really tall tree, and that proportion wise works because that tree is, you know, much taller, much larger than the giraffe, so the scale works really well. Also, if the flamingo was this large in comparison to a giraffe, that'd be one heck of a flamingo. It'd be larger than an ostrich. Let me get a sip of water.
1 hour later.
And I'm back. So again, this is not a really hard Lego set to build. It comes in 3 different varieties. You can take it and go multiple directions. We're going to rebuild it as the gazelle because you get the full grown like antelope gazelle as an option, and you get a little one, or you can do the lion. And we didn't really want to do the lion, but you could build a lion if you want to do the lion. If you do the lion, you can kind of get a bird, which looks like a bird with that lion. You could turn the flamingo into a different, oh my gosh, let's stand back up. All right, sorry about that. Balance. There we go. So you could do the lion, you could get kind of a bird to go along with the lion if you, instead of doing the flamingo, if you want to do it that way. The 3-in-1 Lego sets are just so great because you could build 3 different ways. Now, if you want to, technically you could take this apart and rebuild the other variants out of it and then take it apart, but it's a lot of work to kind of build it, put it together, take it apart, and put it back together again. If you have the opportunity, if you catch this on sale, it's not the most expensive set, but if you can catch it on sale and you want to pick up a couple of them, if you can, well, you'll pick up one now, wait 6 months, get a little money built up, get this next one. Or do it 3 times, you can make all 3, and you could have a nice little African safari a part of your Lego collection. I think this is a great Lego set. I'm really excited about it. We were excited to buy it. I love the articulation. The fact that the head goes is like up and down. I already highlighted that. But then look at that. Side to side articulation here. Up. Look at that. Up. Down. It's on a ball joint. So it'll just stay however you put it. The ears can flex up and down. The horns, which I have down here, but those horns can stand up. You can stand those horns up. You can flip the ears up and down. Just this is what makes it special. And it's really one of those Lego sets that I love to say is touchable. It's not really something you want to play with, but you kind of change the positioning of it. So if you had this on the shelf and, at one time you have it this way, you could flip it and like, oh, I want the head to be a little higher and the head to be down and the ears to be up. And you can change those ears. I can move the horns around. If you flip it around and spin it around to the back side, the tail has a lot of articulation in it as well. And I love the fact that wherever you put the tail, it stays. However you articulate it, it'll stay right there. Look at that. All the way up and out. Kind of like a dog tail on point. Whatever you want to do with the tail. It's kind of giving me kind of a stinger from a giraffe, from a scorpion right now, instead of more of a giraffe. But hey, however you want to flex it, it'll stay just like that, which is really cool. I love that articulation. This is a great Lego set. It's a 9+, so if a young builder wants to build this, you could build it, and you could get this one set, give it to a youth or an adult if you're AFOL, and you could have a lot of fun. You could go home, look at the box, figure out which one you want to build, draw straws, whatever you want to do to decide how you want to build this one. You get a lot of options with it. We decided to go with the giraffe first. We're going to build out the antelopes next. I may do a shorter video covering those other designs, but we didn't want to build it just yet. We're going to let this sit in the box for a little while and just kind of marinate. This is what you get with the giraffe. If you have that older giraffe, you can see definitely the separation and how they've advanced it and kind of brought it forward to give you something really nice. I like it a lot. I hope you like it. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments. And until next time, take care.